In this segment, we're going to create Caesar salad. And in this case, Caesar is a very classic dish that came from a guy who named it after himself in Albuquerque, New Mexico, of all places, okay? So, Caesar, basically heavy garlic, heavy anchovy, and in this case, we're gonna take a garlic clove or two, and we're gonna take 2 forks, and we're going to take them, and we're gonna mash them, and we're gonna take as big a piece as we can, and we're gonna kind of, we're gonna let that go. That's the reason I got 2 of these. Okay, so we're gonna take a big piece of garlic, we're gonna push it around on the bowl to try to get some garlic flavor going. We're gonna then take the forks and we're gonna crisscross and get it mashed. Because as you see, as we're going, we're gonna grind this as fine as we can with the forks and move it around. And as you do, you can start to smell garlic in the air, and people start to get interested. Because if you like garlic, it is a fundamental, nutritious, and cuisine specialty that if you know how to cook with garlic, you can make a phenomenal amount of dishes. So I'm moving this around in the bowl so that you can see that we're trying to get the bowl seasoned so that when we go to make the salad, the more contact that it has, the better it's going to taste. And that's the whole thing, is we're trying to build flavor literally in our pan. So to that, I'm going to add a couple of anchovies. That was a bit of a small one. Here we go. I'm going to add the anchovy to the garlic. Now, one of the things that this ends up being a emulsified dressing. And emulsified means it's like, you know, you mix oil and vinegar and it stays mixed maybe a second, then it separates. So in order to get it to stay together, we're going to, normally you would add a coddled egg. And a coddled egg is an egg that is cooked in hot water for about 4 to 5 minutes. And it cooks the outside, which they always feel killed the salmonella, but that really, the health department says, no, you can't. So what I'm going to do is, instead of an egg, a coddled egg, I'm going to use a little bit of Dijon mustard. And Dijon mustard has one ingredient that egg yolk has as well, which is known as lecithin. And lecithin is a emulsifier. So when we get this dressing made, it's going to hold, it's not going to break down, and as a result will stay together. Now, I'm also going to intensify it a little bit by adding a little bit of Worcestershire. One of the lead ingredients in Worcestershire is anchovy, so it's one more bit of anchovy. So as you can see, we are starting to get the basis for a dressing, okay? And we're going to get this so that it's good and emulsified. We're going to then take the juice of a lemon. So we got juice of 1 lemon. We're going to add a little bit of red wine vinegar. Okay. And again, with our forks, we are going to stir that up, keep mashing. Okay. Then we're going to hit it with a little bit of olive oil. Okay, so now we have our dressing in our bowl, as you can see, and so we're going to take this, and to this we are going to add an order of salad, or romaine lettuce, in order to make our salad. We're going to add a little bit of croutons, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Now, with this, then we are going to take it and we are going to toss it and roll it around in the dressing so that everything is evenly coated and flavored. So we end up with a salad. And so then now we need to take our tongs and we'll put our salad onto our plate. Take a fork, take us a lemon wedge, set the lemon wedge on the fork onto the plate. We're going to take and add a little bit of Parmesan cheese to finish. Okay, and then the last thing is a little bit of pepper. Okay, just enough to cover. We're gonna clean up our rim a little bit, and now we have Caesar salad done tableside.